Hello, this is Tim Campsa with Action Coach Business Coaching, and today I'm joined by Ryan for our Survive and Thrive Business Spotlight interviews. Welcome, Ryan. It's great to have you join me today.
Good morning, Tim. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. As a reminder, the purpose of this Spotlight interview is to help local business owners get the word out about what they do and the services they provide and any special offers that they might have during this time. I'm going to be posting this on my social channels as well as sending a link out through my email database. This is a free service I'm providing because my philosophy is if we save every business, we save the economy. There's no, this isn't a sales call. I'm not trying to sell you anything, just reaching out to local business owners and giving them an opportunity to have a voice. So again, thank you so much for joining me today, Ryan.
Thank you, Tim. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, well, let's jump in. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, my name is Ryan Henry. I'm the idea guy for Open in Indiana. And we started Open in Indiana in 2017 as an actual unified organization. Prior to that, we had run a couple of online directories, starting with Open in Carmel in 2016, and then quickly expanded to Open in Indy and Open in Greenwood. So we incorporated Open in Indiana because we didn't want to have to start a new community every time that entrepreneurs and small businesses in a new community found us. So it was just a great way to pick a single name that really kind of underlined exactly what we're here to do for small businesses.
Wonderful and great. Tell me again, how long have you been in business?
Since 2017 is Open in Indiana. I myself have been a small business owner and entrepreneur since 2010 when I started my first company.
Okay, fantastic. So who would you say is your best customer or your target audience?
Well, so we like working with solopreneurs. The small business owner that's a one-man or woman show, they're doing something that they're absolutely passionate about, and they just need some help getting the word out about what they do to a larger audience. So we can help them learn the skills necessary to use things like Hootsuite, different methods of social media, how to build up your email marketing, but at the same time, for businesses that just want to get it completely off of their to-do list, we can also help them with that as well.
Fantastic. So what has been the greatest impact that COVID-19 has had on your business?
Honestly, it's been a lack of being able to meet people face to face. So we've had to quickly make a decision of which web conferencing platform worked best for us, as well as worked best for the most folks out there. So it's too easy to think about what works for yourself and what you're comfortable with, but you need to keep that conversation about what's going to be easiest for the folks that you work for. And so ultimately, we decided on Zoom. And I think at this point, while COVID-19's changed the way that our day-to-day lives are, I think that what technology has taught us here is that it's an opportunity to adapt and to make your business thrive in this kind of environment rather than let it defeat your thinking of knowing that you can succeed.
Wonderful. I like what you said about thinking through what was right for your target audience as opposed to what was best for you. Too many of us can often fall into the trap of, thinking about what's in it for us or what's right for us and forgetting about thinking through the lens of our client or our customer. So really appreciate that you took that step to ensure that you're doing right by your clients. What one or two actions have you taken to make a difference during this time, and how's it working for you?
Well, so one of the first things that we had to do when all of the stay-at-home orders started to take hold throughout the state of Indiana, we immediately canceled printing of our second magazine. So back in December of 2019, we published our first quarterly magazine. In fact, I have a copy here on my desk still. But our response immediately was, since the businesses were closed and people weren't going to be able to go out and pick them up, we immediately suspended printing and refunded all of our advertisers because it was most important to them that they had that additional cash flow to work with for their own business. business. And we took everything digital. This
Oh,
was
so
also an opportunity.
I'm sorry, you refunded. That's outstanding. Wow. So you gave the money back to your clients.
Absolutely. That was the first series of phone calls we did. So our advertisers for the second magazine knew before anyone else that we weren't going to be able to print it. And rather than having the conversation of look at future issues, it's no, this is a critical moment. And those businesses need that money back into their cash flow as soon as possible. So it's more important to us to be able to say, no, it's your money. Decide how your business needs it. We will talk about everything else once we figure out which way is up and what the new normal is going to be.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And sorry, I cut you off. You were going to mention your second thing.
Oh, no, not a problem. So we decided we were going to take everything digital. And so this allowed us an opportunity to reflect on parts of our business plan that kind of went by the wayside, because as entrepreneurs, you spend so much time in the car if you don't have a brick and mortar location that we found ourselves with extra hours every week. And so we were able to look at parts of our business plan and say, these are things that we believe our audience would really love that we haven't been able to give the attention that it deserves. So we've been able to really drill down on things like our online library, where you can go and learn these things without having to catch the live webinar when it's streaming. So Tim, you were our guest for a live webinar a couple of weeks ago here, and we did get your webinar added to the website. So I invite everyone, I invite you to check us out, openindiana.com/watch. All of our live webinars that we streamed on Facebook are up there, as well as a growing library of short one-topic videos that you can use to work on anything for your business.
Fantastic. So during this time, Ryan, business owners know that we must think differently. And just wondering, did you have any type of a pivot strategy session as you were working through the changes that you were going to need to make in your business model?
Absolutely. And that should be part of every business plan anyway. So Open in Indiana has 2 staff members, myself and my wife, Carly, who is our web wizard. And so we frequently sit down together and look at, okay, how is this working? What can we change? So even though we're looking at something now that for small business really is a crisis, the idea of looking and seeing where you are and tracking your progress and changing what needs to be done isn't anything new to our business model. It's a continuing evolution to find out what does your audience want and what's going to serve them the best.
Fantastic. I've also been offering free pivot sessions for business owners. So folks who may feel stuck or feel overwhelmed can get a little bit of a nudge and guidance and direction on how to take their business forward. And found that it's been very helpful for folks to get unstuck and do exactly what you just talked through in terms of, well, there's got to be another way forward. So let's just figure that out and move on. So next question is quite interesting. It's been said that smart people learn from their mistakes and wise people learn from the mistakes of others. So what mistakes did you make along the way, and how can other entrepreneurs learn from your experience?
Well, one of the first mistakes that I made was I impulsively started my first business without looking at anything as far as what the administration side and all of the other components. I strictly started my first business by running away chasing my passion. I loved what I did. I loved the value that it added to customers. And looking back on it, it was both a blessing and a curse. In the blessing department, it meant that customers could see that passion and they wanted to work with us, and they were happy to do so. And to this day, many of the first customers that I had several businesses ago still work with us today. But the advice I really want to give any new entrepreneur out there is that following your passion is incredibly important. Don't ever sell products or services you're not passionate about. But when you decide you're ready to go into business, consult with a mentor. Talk to someone here like Tim, who can help give you some pointers on what you need to do. If you cannot afford to hire a coach yet, I highly recommend checking out SCORE. They're funded by the Small Business Administration, which is part of the United States government, and they provide mentorship to businesses in any stage. So make sure that you sit down and talk with people. Also, make sure you talk with any other small business owner that you meet along the way, even someone in a competing business model to yours, because there's always knowledge that can be exchanged with each other. And even though you may be competition by industry, there's still great opportunities for you to work together, because each business and each person has their own special set of skills. And if we work together, it's to everyone's benefit at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is great advice, Ryan. We call that idea co-opetition instead of competition, right? With the thinking of, if we each have our own unique selling proposition, our own niche, then working with a competitor to collaborate on best practices is actually co-opetition, because we're both going to benefit, versus the idea of we've got to steal business from each other. I really like your advice on seeking mentorship, whatever that may be, right? Whether it's another business or a coach or the free services that are offered. I hear a lot from business owners that they're really strong with their art or their craft or their trade. And to your point, they've got a lot of passion, and then have this oh no moment of, oh, I didn't realize all these other hats that I was going to have to wear called business ownership. And it's a little overwhelming and frustrating and confusing. And so to your point, right, if you partner with somebody that has that expertise, they can come in and work alongside of you and, guide and direct you to get to your overall goals much faster. And to that point, I do offer complimentary coaching sessions for folks. It's a 2-hour deep dive into people's business to really help them understand all the things that they may not be aware of, and identify opportunities and strategies of where to take their business going forward. And it's a no obligation, no cost opportunity to just help other business owners, like you said, right? Just give back to the community, because again, if the small and medium-sized business owners survive through this crisis, right, the economy is going to be in a much better place than obviously if we don't, because we are the backbone of the economy.
Absolutely. And Tim, to your point, I'd just like to remind all of our viewers that those organizations, those small businesses within our community, any way that you can support them right now is encouraged. And that's not just to the monetary point of it. Yes, if you can purchase products or services from your favorite small local businesses now, that's a great time to do so. But other ways that you can help them is to connect with them on social media and help them get the word out, to let customers in the community know that they are still there. They are still job creators in the community, and that they will continue to be as long as the community is able to support them.
Yeah, that is a great build. I've heard a few people say, oh, I'm not even sure if that business is open right now. So it's so important to continue to do your marketing and let potential customers know that you are open and that you're there to serve them, and explain how you may have had to pivot to serve them in a different way. But yeah, absolutely make sure you're getting the word out and letting folks know that you're open for business.
Yes.
So second to last question here, Ryan, or sorry, last question. Yeah, no, second to last. I have your email and your website and your phone number that I'm going to include in when I post this video later today. Is there anything else that I should add, like a special offer?
Yes. So Open in Indiana has a comprehensive online directory for small businesses, and that includes your member listing as you, the professional, a listing option for your business on our website that users can search by their location, by category, by products or services that you offer, as well as the ability to add your events to the Open in Indiana calendar. We are offering our forever free membership that will always be a component available. But if you visit openindiana.com today, we are giving away 3 months of our featured business membership so that you can take advantage of all of the features, including immediate access to new videos that we upload, as well as some additional features to your business listing. So once again, that's www.openindiana.com, and click the large yellow Join Now button and choose the featured business membership, and you'll get 3 months at no cost.
Fantastic. That's a great offer, Ryan. Thank you for providing that. So last question then. Tell me what is most inspiring to you today?
Honestly, creativity always inspires me. Seeing what other small businesses do to help stay on top of, on top of their customers' mind, getting in front of new eyes for the first time. I really appreciate the creativity that so many businesses here in Indiana express and, flex and put out there for folks. I really enjoy seeing that. So, but it's also inspiring to sit down and talk to any small business owner who's pursuing something they're passionate about. It's hard to not also feel that energy and jump into it and, want to support them. So I love the conversation with every entrepreneur I can. It's fascinating to hear why people started in the industry that they work in, their story of how they built their business. And, it just makes you want to go back and work on your own business as well and make it even better.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that. Well, Ryan, I really appreciate your time today. Like I said earlier, I'll be posting this interview later today, and I'll make sure to share you or copy you on that. As well, it will be going out in my weekly emails that go out on Tuesday morning, so that'll come out next week. Also, if you're interested in that complimentary coaching session, would like to invite you to participate in that. Any closing thoughts before we end our interview here today?
Yes. Don't look at current events like a restriction on that you can't live life as normal. Take this as an opportunity to find a new hobby, to learn something new, maybe not even just professionally, but to give yourself something to think about that keeps your brain focused in a positive way. So, and if you ever feel like the current events are getting to you, pick up the phone and call a friend or family member. Everyone I know would gladly take a phone call from a friend or even a client or associate that they know needs their help. So, and at the same time, make sure that you're checking in on the people that you care about as well, and just make sure that they're doing okay, and in whatever capacity you can help them if they need it.
I love your optimism and your energy, Ryan. I appreciate your time today and wish you all the best of success going forward.
Well, thank you, Tim. It's been a pleasure to be here with you today.
All right. Have a great day. Take care.
You as well. Bye.